Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Out and Back podcast presented by Gaia GPS. If you've missed us the past few weeks, we're sincerely sorry, but I think we have a very valid excuse. You see, we've been busy putting together a very special 4-part winter safety series for you. Last year in the US was the deadliest avalanche season in modern history. In our first episode, we're going to break it down with Colorado Avalanche Information Center Director Ethan Green.
Part of what we saw last year, I think, was that we were all living in a really difficult environment, and that made it hard going to the grocery store. It made it hard going to school. It made work hard. And when we had time away from those stresses and we got to go into the mountains, it made making decisions in avalanche terrain difficult.
From California to Colorado, New Mexico to New Hampshire, no place and no person was immune from danger. Even seemingly safe slopes turned deadly, like the Wilson Glade incident in Utah.
I think this accident really hit home with a lot of backcountry users.
That's from our second episode with Nikki Champion, an avalanche forecaster for the Utah Avalanche Center.
Because it was a lot of decisions that most of us could see ourselves making. Being in lower angle terrain, traveling one at a time, skiing the slope multiple times, and not seeing any obvious red flags on that slope.
The mountains do not discriminate, even when the goal is tantalizingly within sight. Fresh off attempting the 8,000-meter peak Dhaulagiri, our favorite mountaineers, Luke Smithwick and Ian Kuo, in our third episode, break down how to avoid summit fever, even under the most pressure-packed circumstances.
So I have zero expectations going into the mountains. I'm like, wow, the car started. We're leaving town. Great. Let's celebrate that. Okay, guys? Everyone celebrate.
And finally, for our fourth episode, we run through a crash course on how to read an avalanche forecast with Simon Troutman from the National Avalanche Center.
The whole point behind avalanche forecasts is they're a starting point for your daily planning. But people need to understand that what they are doing is providing an expert's idea of a pattern that exists across the landscape. It may or may not be what you encounter, and so always use them. They're great resources, but it's kind of like a weather forecast. Like if you get out there and it said no rain and it starts raining on you, you need to reassess. And you need to figure out what that means for your plan for that day. Do you just continue to have your picnic, or do you change plans?
Out and Back's Winter Safety Series drops right here this Wednesday. Make sure to subscribe so you can be notified as soon as those tracks drop. And while you're at it, make sure to check us out on Instagram at Out and Back Podcast, and head on over to GaiaGPS.com/podcast to get a 40% discount on a Gaia GPS Premium membership. But make sure to act fast, as this offer only lasts through the end of 2021. This is Shanti, Abby, and Mary, and we'll see you in a couple days on the Out and Back Podcast's Winter Safety Series. Bye-bye.